afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Zaddy Zingerz podcast. It is Tuesday, October 20th, 2020, and we are here to talk some football. I am Vince Therese, and I'm here with my good buddy, Nick O'Nions. Nick?
Hi!
Nick?
What?
How did your week go?
Oh, my God, it went fantastic. 1, my balls are healed. 2, Bears are 5-1, baby. Bears are 5-1. I never thought that would ever come out of my mouth.
You know what? I think they have a good chance to really do something this year, man. I really feel it.
I'm so excited.
So, Nick, I know you talked some things that you want to say.
Oh, my gosh.
Going back on the
All right, let's
previous
do this.
podcast.
All right,
So
everybody, I want to make a few apologies right off the bat. One, I'm sorry about Cody Hollister, okay? I know it was a long shot, but you know what? He had a reception.
He did.
If he had a few of them and maybe got some crazy yardage, all of you would have been bowing down, and I stand by that.
And it could have happened. Anything, any given Sunday or Tuesday.
Exactly.
So
Or Tuesday. And then 2, I've got a lot of grief. All right, first of all, the first podcast we told everybody, this was I had nothing. I was not prepared. I literally just started drinking, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to make this podcast happen. I was nervous, dropped a lot of F-bombs. So I like to cuss. So what I'm going to do is I got a swear jar here today. It's over there. He could bring it. He could show you guys if he wanted to. But anytime
bring the swear jar, Joey.
I say the F-bomb, anytime that I drop the F-bomb, I will put my own personal money in it. And we can build it up. But I'm going to do better today.
We're trying to
I'm
keep
going to be a
this
better man.
Kid appropriate. We got Nick's swear jar here.
My mother, Katie, Katie Therese, she was very mad at me.
Alrighty, guys. So let's get started on talking some football here. We have we're going to mostly talk about, again, we do Fanduel tournaments. That's kind of what we're based off of. We will give you some other takes that we're thinking. I want to just get started with some things that I've noticed about my takes and doing some research this week. So I think the number one thing that we kind of screwed up on last week, it being our first podcast, is we took takes that were very predictable. A lot of the best players, a lot of the good players. We didn't talk about why we were playing these guys and what's important to play in Fanduel tournaments where you got over 100,000 people playing. And I think the number one thing that we did not consider is the fact that, there's 800,000 people in this tournament, right, Nick?
Yep.
So pivots, important pivots we missed.
What are pivots?
A pivot is like
a slight turn.
Like, for instance, this week, you got Alvin Kamara on this slate that's supposed to completely smash his spot. And I think he's 8,900. We can look that up. But you got Derrick Henry, who's playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I think he's going to be extremely low owned.
What?
Absolutely, because Pittsburgh you could throw against them all day, but you can't run against them. And I think that's what we missed. So let's
move on. We'll get there when we get there.
Let's put an example out there. So you have... Last week, you have Minnesota and Atlanta playing. Madison is the highest ownership player on the entire slate. Yeah, he was. Okay, and he sucked. He just sucked.
Nothing.
He crapped the bed.
Alexander Madison.
And then
I love that name though.
So just so we got some context here, the ownership on Madison, Thielen, Cousins was very, very high.
Yeah.
In comparison to the Atlanta players. That I noticed. Atlanta was actually underowned a little bit.
Yeah.
But what we got to think about is this is a tournament. You want to be contrarian. You don't want to necessarily play the plays that are expected to hit, but in theory, if they hit, it makes sense. So game theory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why not run a Matt Ryan with the Julio Jones and run it back with the Justin Jefferson? That is the kind of stuff that wins you $1 million. Yeah. So go ahead.
I was gonna say I think I did one of those.
Absolutely, and I'm the kind of person where at the end of the week I'm getting there, but right now on a Tuesday I'm thinking about those good plays that are going to be good and not about those contrarian plays, and that's what we want to bring to you guys. And I apologize for not. So
how dare you?
We're gonna try to be a little bit different.
Give it to the people.
So, all right. Well, let's get started on these games anyway. So, Giants and Eagles this Thursday. This isn't on the main slate for FanDuel, but it's something I think we should talk about because we love to play and we love to gamble. So, this is a game we can play. You got the Eagles favored by 3.5 points against the Giants. It's a 44 over/under. Nick, why don't you get started?
I thought we were recapping last week's games, but no, honestly, is Slayton healthy? He kind of got that little injury during the game, didn't he? But he came back out, right?
He came back out. He's questionable, but I think he's going to play.
I still don't see the Giants winning.
Okay,
dude, I Darius Slayton, I really like him. I like watching him, but honestly, you lock down Darius Slayton. I said last week, you lock him down, that's it.
Yep.
Like that is it. It's Darius Slayton. But I gotta say, Daniel Jones, that dude is fast, man. Did you see him fake out the camera guy?
He did,
dude?
but he is, in my opinion, he is just like. He's so inconsistent.
He looks. He's the twin brother. He is Eli Manning. He is Eli Manning. He's Eli Manning. Eli Manning got kicked out or wherever he's at now, and then he was like, you know what? This is bullshit. That's not a swear word for a joke.
It's okay, man. It's fine.
This is bullshit. I gotta go back, and he got back there, and all he did was changed up a couple little things. That's it.
Okay.
That's him.
So you think the Eagles take this game 100%, huh?
I do. The Eagles looked great too, man. I feel like I told you. I feel like they've been playing better football. Like all around, they look hungry. Like they want to come out and play some football now. They're trying to be in the laughing stock, and I think
that's fair enough.
Yeah.
And I think so too, and especially after seeing that Dallas game last night.
Yeah.
That division is
rough.
such crap. Oh my God. Yeah, there was like a stat that I think the Bears have as many wins as everybody in that division, so or something close to that.
Wow, that's bad.
Yeah, that is bad. I do want to mention though, the Eagles are going to be without Miles Sanders. Oh. They're going to be without Zach Ertz. They're going to obviously still be without Alshon Jeffrey. Deshaun Jackson most likely not going to play. Goddard out. They literally have no starting receiving core. They got full.
Yeah, they got Fulgham.
Yep.
I was saying, but
and Greg Ward.
Did he do anything?
Yeah, I think he had a touchdown.
He did. He had a touchdown. Oh, yeah. Good.
I mean, who the hell else do they got?
That's it.
And he better be doing something. But I think that I'm on the opposite of you,
dude. I got notes this week.
I think.
Does that make you so happy?
I'm excited about.
Dude, like I could barely read them, but I got a recipe too.
What's the recipe for?
Shh.
I gotcha. I have the Giants upsetting the Eagles in this game, man. I think that it's a competitive division. I think the Eagles are they don't have anything, man. Their defense isn't nothing to talk about. And their offense is all banged up. Yeah. Carson Wentz is probably going to get hurt this game because Carson Wentz always gets hurt.
He does.
So, I think the Giants steal a win here. I think Slayton continues to smash. And don't forget about Evan Ingram against the terrible.
He had a good game, didn't he?
Evan Ingram?
Even Ingram. Yeah.
No, I didn't do that.
He had like at least a touchdown, didn't he?
I don't think so. Not this game. He had a rushing touchdown the previous game.
Okay.
I played him, so I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, he probably didn't.
Yeah, but Philly is not too good against tight ends. Actually, pretty terrible against tight ends. So Evan Ingram's a play, I think, honestly. But anyway, yeah, let's so we talked about the Thursday game. Before we get into this main slate, let's recap a little bit last week. Go ahead and get started with me, man.
Like a full recap?
No, just kind of like let's talk about.
I mean, we can go through each team and do a little thing if you want.
Yeah, I mean, if you got the notes for it, man.
Well, I was watching football and I was like, oh yeah, me and Vince are doing like a podcast thing. Maybe I should take like some little notes here and there. So I literally got this small little notebook and I was like, let's do it.
Okay.
So you want to start with Texans Titans?
Let's go.
Okay, this is a great game. Derrick Henry is an absolute madman.
So he was under-owned.
Which is crazy to
me.
In
big stake tournaments, he was completely under-owned, and he was the fade. And I'm surprised, man, because I did not have enough Derrick Henry either. I think it's because I was so much on Madison that I wanted.
I was doing that grace period. That's what I was doing. Last week he lit it up, and I was like, you know what? Maybe they're on his shit now. Maybe they're gonna stop him. They're gonna hold him back. They did none of the sort.
No, he did great.
He tore it up, dude. And Tannehill looked great.
Tannehill's a good player.
He is. Man, he is doing really good.
Man, this is a Super Bowl contending team, people. Man. I'm telling you that right now. And by the way,
Fursker scored.
Fursker had 10 targets.
If anybody watched the first week podcast, I told him in a lineup, I said, hey, we should put in Fursker. And he was like, let's change that. And then I probably dropped about 6 F-bombs.
You are right.
I know I'm right.
You were right, dude. You hit that on the head because it wasn't even for that Tuesday night game. We were talking about the lineup. You're right.
Yeah,
I missed on that. To be fair, this was a week where you punt at tight end. Trey Burton was in the winning lineup, I think.
Yeah, he had 2 touchdowns this week, man.
He was a good play. We missed on him.
He ran one and he threw one. And he caught one.
We also didn't have the information on Allie Cox about him not playing, but I don't think I would have went to Trey Burton anyway. I mean, who the hell is Trey Burton?
He's making a name for himself now, man.
Yeah, but us as Bears fans know who Trey Burton is and what he's about. But he also had Trubisky throwing him when you seen him. So,
yeah.
What's the next game?
Next game we could do Ravens-Eagles. Score 30-28. Ravens look good offensively. Like Lamar Jackson, he did his thing. Yeah. He ran one in, I'm pretty sure. But
he rushed.
But dude,
he rushed. He had more than 2 rushing yards.
Yeah, and
I think he had almost 100.
But Sanders looked good too, man. And I'm sad he's not in this week's game.
Yeah, well, I mean that game went kind of according to what we thought it was going to be. So,
well, we can go Falcons Vikings 40-23. Julio Jones is back, baby. I love Julio. Me and you were texting like. My wife actually got really mad at me at one point. She was like, "You've been texting and talking to Vince all day," and I was like, "We're cooking. We're cooking, baby.
We're cooking. We're making money. We're trying to anyway."
Yeah, it was a good week, man.
It was a good week I think we had a good week together. I came out a little bit over even, to be honest with you, but I played a lot.
Well, Julio's back. Ridley's still looking great. Ridley's still getting his. He's still getting his. Kirk Cousins. That man is
3 interceptions before the
he is. He's messing up there. He's gonna get his shit together.
Man, after watching yesterday's game with Stephon Diggs,
yeah,
Cousins had Thielen and Stephon Diggs.
Dude, I love Stephon Diggs.
Cousins had Thielen and Stephon Diggs. Thielen is the best receiver in the league as of right now. Stephon Diggs is he's close behind him.
Yeah, I almost feel like Buffalo's like their whole organization are like geniuses because they were like they like dropped everything. They were just like, forget everything else. Diggs is ours.
Yeah,
and he is, dude. He's been killing it.
This guy. What happened with that play yesterday? Where he was walking back to the line of scrimmage. Do you know what happened with that? I didn't see it. I just seen it happen, and the announcers were saying something about it. But like, I know Stephon Diggs doesn't like to lose, and he's also kind of a sore loser.
Do you know how good of a player he is? And I was watching this in the game. It was right before halftime. There was like, I gotta put it.
We got $1.
Dude, it was like 20 seconds left. He caught it, or less than that. He caught it. There was like 5 seconds. Dude, he caught it instantly. Started running. He probably could have broke it away, but he ran out of bounds. So then kicked that field goal before half. And I wrote it down too. I was like, smart player. Yep. And that's a very smart player to have that kind of awareness, man.
He is. So what else we got going on here?
All right, what was that? What was Falcons Vikings?
We got into Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, we got whoa. Browns versus Steelers. Browns 7, Steelers 38. The Steelers defense was unbelievable. Part of all the success that I got yesterday, Steelers defense they just lit it up, man.
Yeah. I have nothing to say about this game.
No? Oh, my God. And Baker Mayfield to me, it looked like he just gave up, dude.
Yeah. I have nothing to say about this game.
Okay, we can move on. But Claypool, still doing it. Bengals versus Colts. Bengals 27, Colts 31. What do you guys say? Because this was a crazy game, dude.
I texted Nick at 1 o'clock, and I was like, man, our lineup, I told you Joe Burrow against the number 1 defense.
Joe Burrow burrows it in.
He did good, though.
He did
good.
He did.
He did what he set out to do.
But Old Man Rivers.
Rivers came out and did his thing.
He did more than his thing. He did everybody's thing.
But you know what's scary? T.Y. Hilton still didn't look like T.Y. Hilton, even though they were coming from behind.
He hasn't looked like him in a few years, man.
Yeah, but I was high on T.Y.
I know, and I liked him too. You told me it early when we were talking about it, and I was like, that's a really good pick.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just I don't know if he doesn't want to play football or what. He just looks sloppy.
Well, Jonathan Taylor too. Super high prospect coming in this year. I don't think he. I got to see some more from that guy. That's all I'm going to say. But that was a good game. It was interesting.
And Trey Burton, of course, got his 2 touchdowns.
Trey Burton
Took off, man.
That's the thing with GPPs and playing tournaments, guys, is anybody can do anything.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson, 9 receptions, 166 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Who's going to predict that?
And I didn't because I wouldn't be here.
Julio Jones, 8 receptions, 137 yards, 2 touchdowns. Who's going to predict that this week?
The Bengals still look really good, and I still think Joe Burrow is the Terminator.
Yeah.
He's awesome, man. He really is. All right, what do you want to go to? All right, here we go. Let's go Lions.
Ones. Huh? Competitive games. The ones that were.
Oh, you want to? Okay. Well, I'm not bringing up Washington Giants. How about the Bears versus the Panthers?
The Bears.
The Bears. Bears 23, Panthers 16. Eat it. Fuck. Put it in the swear jar. I'll do it on purpose. I don't care. Dude.
It's the Bears.
But Nick Foles, I don't think he looked good at all.
Okay. I'm going to say something about Nick Foles.
Average Nick Foles.
I was saving this because for the Monday night game when we talk about it, but Nick Foles had an interview at the end of that game, man, and that is the leader Chicago needs.
He had a what?
His interview after his post-game interview about the team and growth and what they're going to do and how they're not playing as good as they want to play, but they're going to get better and
is it on the
as a team. Huh?
Is it on the tube?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Look up Nick Foles' recent interview. But man, he had an interview that was like super inspiring as a Bears fan. It's like Trubisky would have sat there and been like, "I need to play better.
I need to look myself in the mirror."
The defense pulled us through, but Foles is like, "Man, we looked good. We're winning.
Y'all get over it.
We will be better. We will be better." He told us. So I'm interested to see, and I think the Bears have a real shot. David Montgomery was kind of an upset last week.
I was going to say that too.
19 carries, 56 yards.
We need more.
Or 58 yards, I'm sorry.
I think we're pulling right now this season, we're pulling that classic Chicago Bears team. We got the badass defense. We're doing everything right. The Fuller is an absolute madman out there. Just ripping people up, man. And we're playing that good D, but we need the run game, man. We need it to come, and I thought this was the week for Montgomery. I really did, but he didn't pull through. But now we have Super K. That's the nickname that I'm giving Kmart. That's his other nickname. Come on.
Oh,
dude, that guy's good. What is he, from Notre Dame?
He looked good.
Dude, he looked really good. And he's like Jimmy Graham. He's like Jimmy Graham's younger, handsomer brother. You know?
Yeah, I think the Bears got pieces that that are underrated. We miss Cohen though. We will miss Cohen throughout the season.
Hit that womp 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 womp. Which button is it, Joey? I want to hit it.
We will miss Cohen throughout the season for sure.
I know. I they're never gonna listen to this podcast, but
we love you, Cohen.
Vince loves you. I think you're better. I think you could do better. You could bring more.
Yeah.
But that's me. All right, next competitive game. Here we go.
Let's see. Let's talk about the Jags and Detroit.
Jags and Detroit. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, leave that up, JoJo.
Go ahead.
What a letdown.
Well, yeah, but at the same
No,
time,
dude, this game was a complete letdown.
It was, but it gave us. To me, it gave like I never would have heard in my I didn't know of DeAndre Swift.
Dude, I knew.
I didn't know about him. I had no idea. But now, like, I'm on his radar, man.
No,
I like
don't
that
be
guy.
because he's trash.
I don't think dude, he was running great, man. Dude. I think he got his confidence up. I think next week, who are they facing next week?
Yeah, okay.
We'll
He's
talk
playing
about
the
that
Jacksonville Jaguars. Look what people have done to him. First of all, I'm upset that I missed on this. I had Marvin Jones.
You were
Marvin.
You were all Marvin.
I all over Marvin Jones, man, and I don't even want to talk about it because I thought this was going to be the Marvin Jones.
It would have been a
game.
good play, dude. He was like really low owned.
People,
for a while.
We'll talk about it later when we get to the game, but I was all over Marvin Jones last week. Let's
you want to do like a Monday? Let's talk Chiefs and Bills, and then we can go on to something else if you want.
No.
What do you want to do?
We got to talk about the Buccaneers in Green Bay.
Oh, yes! Thank you. Why would I ever forget? Come here, man.
We got to talk about the Bucs in Green Bay, bro.
Let me just start off this way. To see... and I am an Aaron... I told you guys last week, I am an Aaron fan. He's just... You can't hate but love the guy. But to watch his disappointment as he just shakes his head... and looks at you with those sad eyes. Like, it was epic. And I loved every minute of it. Go on.
I love when things like this happen. I love when this happens because we're going to have Aaron Rodgers next week against Houston. We'll talk about it when we get there. I love when things like this happen, though. And I think it was completely unexpected. But I told you, man. I held up 4 fingers to you, and I said, Tom Brady is going to come here and impose himself on this team. And you know what? Tom Brady didn't really impose himself.
He didn't.
Ronald Jones decided
I was
to
going to say
impose
that,
himself.
and the Buccaneers defense was outstanding. White, oh my God, that linebacker, White, oh my God, he was just... I think everywhere. I don't have the stats, the statistics. Joey might be pulling it up. I don't know. It's scrolling, but... Oh, there's White. On that game alone, he had 10 tackles, he had 9 solo, 1 sack, and 3 tackles for loss. Like, he lit it up. And Rodgers was hurting. It wasn't just him. I don't see how many times he's got sacked in that game, but every time I turn, like, I'd look at my kids, I'd be like, hey, stop messing with your sister. Are you kidding me, man? This is BS. And I look back, and Rodgers is eating dirt. And I was like, okay, this is a good day. Like, I'm good with
kids, because I'm going to keep looking away and looking back and seeing this. But yeah, I mean, I kind of felt that coming up, and the Bears are in first place in the NFC North.
Yeah.
Bears are in second place in the conference.
Woo!
So, alrighty.
I can put my notes away. You can move on if you want.
Let's start talking about these games, man.
Let's do it. I got no notes for any of them. News to me. Let's go. I don't need notes.
That's okay. Because I'm excited. I got a lot. So, all right. We're going to start off talking about this Atlanta-Detroit game coming up this week.
Let me find it.
It is the highest over-under.
Atlanta-Detroit. I don't even know if I wrote it down.
It is the highest over-under. The Falcons are favored by 2.5. This is a 57 over-under, Nick.
For Falcons?
No, like the whole game together is going to be a 57.
I don't know what that means. I don't gamble in that fashion.
No, that's okay. So that just means the total score, you can bet on either the over being 57 over that, or you can bet on it being under 57. And this one is very high.
Who's favored?
Falcons by 2.5 points on the spread.
I agree. Yeah,
I can see that.
I
don't know if I agree
Julio's
with that.
back, man.
I don't know if I agree with that spread, but this is a game for GPPs. All right, now let's go back. Let's rewind to the beginning of this podcast when I talked about takes that are different with Justin Jefferson instead of Thielen and Madison, and running it with Julio and Matt Ryan. This is going to be another one of those situations. You give me Marvin Jones in this game. I think he is going to explode. If he doesn't, I'll be off of him. But this is the game where last week he upset a lot of people. He got his highest ownership I think he's gotten almost all year, other than the times when Kenny Galladay was out. This is his last chance to really, I think, garner some serious ownership.
Or to even stay as one of the starting receivers.
Yeah.
I haven't heard his name since last year.
I know. But he is the kind of guy that can go out there and grab 2 or 3 touchdowns. I like Marvin Jones a lot, and I will have him in a lot of my lineups.
Yeah. I liked him last week. And what he did to me.
Gurley? Oh, Todd Gurley.
I already told you what I think about Todd Gurley. The absolute animal, but if he's... Oh, and going up against the Lions, I didn't like... They let the Jaguars get 16 points out of him. I'm fine with... I think Todd Gurley could tear it up, man.
Okay.
To me, it's going to depend on how owned he is.
I have a note here. You might want to check it on me on this. Todd Gurley had 2 rush attempts last game.
2 rush attempts?
Is that correct?
Versus the Jaguars?
Is that correct?
I seen 0. You know what? I didn't see a single video of him breaking it for 20 yards. So, yeah, it's probably correct.
We'll look that up while we're waiting on that. Julio
Jones? That's his brother.
Julio Jones makes this week really difficult for Atlanta. I hate
Julio's on Atlanta.
I know he makes it difficult though on who to play.
Oh, gotcha. Go on.
Like it's been so easy.
I thought you goofed there, Mel.
It's
Keep
been
going. I should have trusted you.
So easy to plug in Calvin Ridley.
It is, but because he's been consistent, and like that's one of the things we always talked about, that grace period. He's been every week. He's putting numbers. He's got a man. I don't know how many actual catches he got this week, but I know he was on the top receiving chart. Probably in like top 5.
Yeah. I mean, he's Julio Jones, man. And this is what
I'm
he
glad
does.
he's back, dude, because he's exciting. Even like it was like right when they were showing him all day, just smiling around. He was excited to be back too, man. Just to get that touchdown.
Healthy.
That touchdown was like, I'm back, mother. Oh, hey, I'm back, bitches.
What did they say? A healthy Julio is the best receiver in the league.
That makes sense.
That's what they say. So
we ain't there yet.
This makes it difficult. But Joey, I think you pulled it up for us. Did he have 20 rush attempts?
Really?
Yeah, I think he had 20 rush attempts, but he was averaging 2.4 yards carry.
In that game?
Yeah. Or is that total? Well, let me see here. 20. Yeah, he was averaging 2.3 yards a carry in that game. I'm sorry. So he was trash against a team that he should have
that he should have dominated against. So either this week he needs to wake up and be like, look, I should have took the Vikings down, and I need to come out harder and stronger against the Lions, or he needs to just stay at home, lay in bed, maybe maybe watch the game from home, get some soup, hang out. I do love Todd Gurley though, so it's hard for me to rip on him.
So last week, DeAndre Swift snapped 114 yards, 2 TDs.
Bro, he gave them a swift kick in the ass is what he did. That dude was running. I like him a lot. I told you, he's like, I didn't even know who he was until this game.
I didn't watch the game, but I just heard
he was kicking ass.
Yeah. I didn't totally watch the game. To be honest with you, I was watching Red Zone.
Let's see. Bougie, bro. Bougie.
I think Swift is he has a great matchup this weekend against Atlanta. Yeah. They give up a lot to the running backs.
I just think,
and that's what Swift does.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm all over Marvin Jones. This is my Marvin Jones week.
Yeah. I get that. I can't give up on Atlanta offensively, because they are just unbelievably good.
Right.
Like offensively. If they turn
but they have so many pieces now. Yeah. Who's it going to be? Tell me. If you can tell me who it's going to be, I'll play them.
I don't know.
I think this might be a good...
We're a group that texts and writes each other like before kickoff. We'll come together. We'll figure it out for the people.
I'm going to, right now where I'm standing, I think Calvin Ridley's going to be the play. I think Julio came on. People think he's healthy. People are going to be all over him.
He's back to double team.
Yeah. And
they were like, that's enough.
Let's open up Calvin Ridley again. So that's where I'm at. But guys, this is a real shootout. This is one of those games where if you're multi-entering, you're going to want to shoot this tournament up shoot the lineup any which way you can. Yeah.
I got you, bro.
So,
all right, where are we going next?
Browns and Bengals. The Browns favored by 3 points, and it is 51 over under.
Browns are favored?
Of course. Browns are actually decent this year.
Listen, I don't know what Browns everybody else has been watching, but they got absolutely and it was bad bullied. Like, they didn't even want to push back. They got whooped so bad by the Steelers. They didn't want to push back. They're not one, dude. That's just me. I don't think they're tough enough at all. You got Odell Beckham on the sideline throwing his head. Oh, I'm so mad all the time. I'm Odell Beckham. And then, dude, I'm just saying. Baker Mayfield, I don't even know if he's really injured. I think the beating was so bad that he was just like, he threw what?
You texted me that during the...
I did. Dude.
You said Baker's bailing out, huh?
Baker's bailed. Probably. No, it's not Baker's does, it's Baker bailed. Baker bailed is what I think happened. I think he was like, how do I get out of this? How do I look pristine so I can keep my awesome Baker at home commercials?
Hey, reality check. Too late, Baker. You look like crap, and we all seen it.
Yeah, it was bad, dude.
So we all know he might be hurt. Man, whatever. I don't think you're that good anyway. You probably shouldn't be starting.
I hope for a speedy recovery. I do if you're really injured. But I'm saying that you have,
you have weapons, brother. We've seen Jarvis Landry, what he can do. We've seen Odell Beckham. We know what Nick Chubb can do. We know what Kareem Hunt can do. There is a piece here that is not coming together.
One of these things are not like the other, and that thing is you.
And the offensive line is not fantastic. Fair enough, but you know what? You can. I think you can kind of see what happens when you have a bad offensive line and a good quarterback. There's been times where I've seen Aaron Rodgers completely light it up with his legs and just know what to do.
And then I've seen times where he's just crying.
Man, I'm a Bears fan diehard, but I'm not going to hate on Rodgers, man.
I told you I like Rodgers. I just like watching him cry more. It's fun.
But I will say this. Kareem Hunt is in a smash spot. Jarvis Landry, guys, again, GPPs, tournaments. Jarvis Landry is probably going to be under 1% owned. Under 1% owned.
Yeah.
Listen to that. That's important.
Under 1%.
He gets the volume. He has potential to break for a touchdown and 100 yards, and he's there for you. Thanks, man.
You're welcome, buddy. I'm trying to get that back.
T. Higgins.
Ooh.
Let's talk about T. Higgins. So I'm going to tell you something about him.
What about him?
We're going to go for the last 5 weeks, his target share. Week 1, 6 targets. Week 2.
Who's he sharing with? Who is the other benefactor?
No, I'm saying this is how many times the ball's been thrown to him.
Thrown to him. Okay,
yes.
Gotcha.
Compared to he's got obviously AJ Green there. Mm-hmm. He's got Joe Mixon there.
Oh, he did good this week.
Tyler Boyd, Drew Sample now, but Higgins' target share. This is important to understand, guys. 6 week 1, 9 week 2, 7 week 3, 8 week 4, 8 week 5. They are throwing this guy the ball.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of attempts.
He had 8 targets last week when AJ Green almost got his first 100-yard game, and he still had 8 targets. That's a lot of potential to do something. Higgins was in the winning lineup last week.
Yeah, I don't think AJ Green's going to get another.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was an off. But I actually played him in that sense because I was listening to some other podcasts, and they were telling me, they were saying anyway that you need AJ Green basically to get as many points that week as he has for all weeks to do what AJ Green's supposed to do. And he did that. He actually went out there and did that.
I'm waiting for him to do what AJ Green is supposed to do.
All right. I'm done with the paper there.
Oh my God, we're a paper down? Man, what time are we at, Joe?
We're doing fine. We're doing fine.
All right, let's keep going. I'm just messing around.
Steelers and Titans. Steelers are favored by 2, 52.5 over under. Both of these teams are undefeated.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a good one. Dude, I'm so excited about it because man, there's nothing better to me when you have a good, amazing running back going up against a great defense, because it's smash mouth football, man. It's what, when you're playing football, that's what you want. You just want to ground it, and man, it's an awesome matchup, and I cannot wait to see it.
It's an awesome matchup to watch. It's an awesome matchup for fantasy.
Is it a good matchup for fantasy?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, not especially. I don't, and I hate to say this because I've doubted him a lot of weeks. Like Derrick Henry, like I wanted to go off him last week a little bit. Like I didn't want to do a lot of lineups with him, and I think I bit the bullet for that. But he's going up against the Steelers defense, and I watched them play, and dude, they were, I mean, granted it was against Baker Mayfield and the Browns, but they're still a solid defense. They're 5-0. Yeah. Like they speak for themselves, man. I don't got to talk them up about nothing. Who's that? Is it? Oh, let me see. So if it's, keep going. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm trying to see if it's. It's not. Keep going.
So I'm so torn on this game. Tournament-wise, I'm thinking Derrick Henry is that play this week.
Oh, you think he is the play?
Yeah, because, I mean...
tournament-wise.
Tournament-wise. I mean, likely outcomes, no, he's not going to have a great game, but expected outcomes per what the game might end up being, if Tennessee does pull this game off, they can. You know, they're both 5-0 teams. They're both respectable teams. Derrick Henry might have to do a lot this game to be in that situation, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying necessarily I like Derrick Henry over people like Alvin Kamara or Aaron Jones this week, who are in way better spots, obviously. Yeah. But I like him as a pivot off of those guys if you want to be different. And I think being different is what wins you $1 million.
That's absolutely right.
So
you have to be different.
That's something to really consider. Pittsburgh makes you throw the ball, though.
They do. Yeah,
so we'll see if they make Tannehill throw the ball. And you know what? That might be a mistake.
They're good football teams, man.
But I'm going to say something. Juju Smith-Schuster.
What about him?
6,500 on Fanduel. This guy has been written off by so many of the pros, so many of everybody. Everybody's off him. He's not the number one receiver in Pittsburgh anymore. It's Deonte Johnson. Deonte Johnson goes down. You got Claypool stepping in. Claypool smashing.
I think Claypool's number one, bro.
Claypool knows how to make the most of opportunities for sure.
He is exciting to watch. Like, I just want to watch him. Like, I want a camera on him. I want to see the routes he runs. I want to see him trash talk or just smile at people.
He's amazing.
He is. He really is.
Claypool's a great play too.
I'm on the Claypool.
But he's going to be high owned.
He is, but I'll take him. Fuck it. What's his price? He can't be too high yet. He's still got to be pretty on the cheap end, I'd imagine.
I have Juju's price because I'm playing Juju.
Yeah, I hear you. I didn't look at it. Yeah, I didn't do my due diligence.
That's okay.
I get that.
You know what? I'll look it up right now, though. I'm playing.
Oh, thanks, bro.
I'm playing Juju, though, because...
You know what I've been watching? Oh, let's keep going.
Positive regression.
Yeah?
That's all. Simple as that. Claypool's 6,400, Juju 65 on FanDuel.
Say that one more time.
Juju is 65, Claypool is 6,400.
He's only 100 away from... Ooh!
They are writing Juju Smith-Schuster off, man. This guy's amazing.
Yeah, I'm going to have to see the ownage before kickoff to make that judgment. Because if it comes down to it, I'm going with the lower owned person.
My cousin, I text my cousins too and my nephew about fantasy football. And my cousin Brian was all over Juju last week. And I didn't want to...
You didn't want to break the news to him.
I wasn't breaking the news because he could have had a great game, but... I didn't feel it. But I feel it this week. I feel like Juju's going to be that guy in a competitive game.
And that's half of what fantasy football is. Nobody can tell you nothing.
Right.
It's about you and what you're feeling that week. If you got a gut call, you go with the gut call, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, I think Juju really has a chance this game to be a tournament win guy. So, back to our sponsors, guys. We're going to be back in a second here.
We have sponsors?
I got to pee.
Oh.
Let's get started on some more football, though. We
do
are
it.
back. Panthers and Saints. Saints are 7.5 favorites, home favorites. 51.5 over under, Nick.
Hey, one more time. I was pouring beer so they can get the full.
Gotcha. Saints and Panthers.
Saints Panthers.
Yes.
Saints Panthers.
Yeah.
Like the Panthers that the Bears just wiped up. Yeah, I'm going Saints on this one. Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
And that's really all I gotta say. Montgomery didn't do it to him, but I'm damn sure that Alvin Kamara is gonna wipe him up.
Hold up.
Wipe him up good.
Hold up. I got to say something. Alvin Kamara definitely is supposed to smash in this game.
Yeah.
But that's
Not the play. I'm not saying it's the play.
No. I'm not saying he's a great play. I'd definitely play Alvin Kamara for sure.
Thank you.
No, for sure. But that's almost guaranteed if Michael Thomas decides.
You gotta let these breathe before you open them. Dude, I tried to drink this and it about knocked me out.
No, you might have got some CO2 because it's a big glass. Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus.
Listen, as long as Michael Thomas decides not to punch anybody in the face this week at practice, Alvin Kamara is definitely going to be that play. Michael Thomas has a chance to play.
I think there should be punches in the face.
Yeah, because Michael Thomas might play, man, and that's going to take a lot away from Alvin Kamara's workload. Alvin Kamara, when it comes to running back, he's not necessarily the all of all running backs. He's a pass catcher out of the backfield.
I don't think Michael Thomas is even going to do that well. That's just me, dude. And it's not because of his skill set. I just don't think. I don't know. I just don't think Drew Brees has been doing what he's supposed to do, and I think that's going to affect Michael Thomas a lot.
I don't think I'll ever play Drew Brees in fantasy.
I won't either. But what I'm saying is I love Michael Thomas, especially as a receiver. But I don't think Drew Brees is going to get it done.
Drew Brees is a great thrower, but Taysom Hill scares the shit out of me.
I love Taysom Hill.
No, he scares me.
That's what I'm saying.
He scares me because he comes in these 10-yard in goals and he steals touchdowns.
Exactly.
Man.
I don't think Drew Brees is old or washed up or anything. I think he's deserved to just retire and hang out with his kids and do dad stuff for the rest of his life with all his money. Like that's what I feel like he should be doing and want to do. I think Taysom Hill should be running the Saints this year. That's just me. I like Taysom Hill a lot. And I like Drew Brees a lot. I'll never badmouth Drew Brees. For years he's been entertainment. But I just don't I think this should definitely be his last year. And I don't mean that in any disrespect. I just feel like
he's still really good.
Yeah, he is. He is.
But he's not the kind of good you want in fantasy. He doesn't rush.
Taysom Hill is who I want in there, man. That guy.
He can't throw really well though.
No, but he's like what you want in the NFL now. You got your Kyler Murray, you got your Dak Prescott, you got your Patrick Mahomes, you got your.
You better say Josh Allen.
I was gonna say Josh Allen, but first I was gonna say Daniel Jones.
Jeez, man.
Just messing with you, but no, seriously, man. Like,
okay,
I
think if Thomas is out, that's a key for Kamara. Yeah. But Kamara is right now projected because people don't know what Thomas is going to do. He's projected to be the highest one on the slate.
I don't do any I don't do any kind of.
Go ahead.
You're dancing. I don't know if you're saying. Don't you say shit.
No, I'm getting primed up for my tournament pivot right here.
Oh, pivot away, baby.
I'm getting primed up. No.
I'm just saying I don't make any official lineups till the very last 20 minutes. Not 20 minutes. Last hour before kickoff because things change. You get your lineups. You get your injury report. You get your percentage ownage, and you. To me, you just wait to the very last.
You have to.
Possibly, yeah, you have to.
You don't know what's happening.
Exactly. You could put up. Yeah, you could.
There
throw
could be
ideas.
COVID on this game.
Exactly.
On Saturday.
Next thing you know, somebody sneezed on a dude and it's game over, bro.
But right now, it's a Tuesday. This is the highest owned guy. Tournament pivot. Emmanuel Sanders. Whew.
Emmanuel Sanders.
He is coming into his own. He looked fantastic last week. He is getting the schemes right. He is
49ers, right? Who am I thinking?
Dude, we're talking about the Saints and Panthers.
Emmanuel Sanders.
He was Emmanuel Sanders last year. Yeah. He got traded.
Okay. That's why I freaked the fuck. Oh, damn it.
It's okay.
No, I gotta put another down.
But yeah, I think Emmanuel Sanders is a sneaky tournament play. Let's go over to Carolina's side. This is huge news. Huge news. Breaking news. DJ Moore.
You can't do the whole thing. We'll have to pay him.
That's okay. DJ Moore, 11 targets to 4 of Robbie Anderson's last week. This is the first time that Robbie Anderson got out-targeted by DJ Moore since the beginning of the season. Is this something you expect to continue, or is this something that was just a one-off? Any idea?
I think it's a one-off.
Be honest? Okay.
I'm honest. I'm a very honest man.
Stop yelling at me.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to yell. I'm just getting used to this.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's a good placement.
I got some secret news for you, too.
Did you see my blitz? Hey, fans.
Hey. Teddy Bridgewater revenge game.
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it too, man. And
especially because the Bears made a fool of him. So
yep. Curtis Samuel might be out too. So that's some target share that's down.
Yeah.
A little bit more to DJ Moore, a little bit more to Robbie Anderson.
I didn't like DJ Moore at all this week just because.
I don't either.
Exactly.
I didn't play any DJ Moore when I was playing like 50% of him the whole year. I don't know why. It's probably stupid of me. I should have done that.
He's not a bad receiver. He's a very good receiver.
He's great. He's fantastic.
Exactly. I don't know why I don't pick him.
Mike Davis. So he didn't have a great game last week against the Bears because they played. Because he played
Bears.
Exactly. Because he played the Bears and. No, but seriously, he didn't have a great game like people expected him to have. Christian McCaffrey is not expected to play as of now.
Oh.
This is something you got to monitor. We're not going to put words in on this.
We said this last week. It depends on if McCaffrey plays because I'll never doubt McCaffrey. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, so McCaffrey plays. He's going to be healthy. He's going to be good. He's going to be expensive. Very expensive, over $10K, I believe, on Fanduel.
Oh yeah, he's up there. He's injured and he's still up there. Has he played this year?
What? No, he did. He played the first couple games.
I didn't even watch. Did he do anything?
He's 10K.
10K? Yeah, and he's injured.
Well, because he was fantastic, but he was fantastic last year. But there's something people have to understand about this year that's a little bit different. A little bit different is these over-unders on these games. So many people are scoring so many points. His relevance isn't as important anymore. Is Christian McCaffrey at 10K coming back from an injury going to get you 3 touchdowns? You need 3 touchdowns at 10K in this league right now. I don't think so. With these over-unders, you need that.
I know you need that, but I think it's going to be a slow start for him, and that's just me. I feel like
that's
just me.
I'm not asking you if Christian McCaffrey is going to come in and get 100 yards and a touchdown because, yeah, sure, he is.
But for that price.
Is he going to get you 150 yards from scrimmage and a touchdown?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is, probably. 10K.
You got to think about where the rest of that money could be better spent.
Right.
So, like, if he has that freak week, then awesome. Good for you. You spent your money right. But you coming off an injury like that. Man? Yeah.
Okay.
Then next week, I don't doubt him again.
But don't dog the Saints. They're home favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, the Saints are playing in the Dome. Don't doubt them. Simple as that. Let's move on. Bills and Jets. Bills favored by 13, 46.5 over under. I don't have much to say about this game, Nick.
I do.
I think I'm just gonna start.
Deja vu. This is take 2. This is take 2 on this. It got political. It took a turn. Let's keep going, baby.
Oh my God. I'm gonna start on this. The Bills run game, Devin Singletary or Zach Moss. Zach Moss is back. That's something to consider.
Do I say it? Do I say it because you're going to cut it?
No.
I think Zach, I played like maybe 2 lineups this week with Zach Moss, and I wasn't mad at it. I thought he could have had a chance to do something big.
Fair enough. John Brown bounce back game 0. He gave us a bagel in the last game.
Bagel means 0, right?
See, it's a
See? That means that's yes for Spanish.
See?
Yeah, I passed Spanish. I know what's going on. See?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure, man. Bagel. John Brown.
Bounce back.
John Bagel Brown. Oh my God. It's the best nickname. Can we keep that? John Bagel Brown? Until he gets some points, it's John Bagel Brown, baby. God, I love it.
Yeah, I like him in tournaments this week. I think he's going to be lower owned. Going to the Jets. Perryman is back. He's an okay play.
Yeah.
Jamison Crowder had his first.
Is Darnold back? Is he coming back? I don't know if he's completely written off his team yet. I think he's
Joey,
like Baker
can you look
Mayfield.
that up for us, sir? Just go to like Sam Darnold, Aurora World.
He's like Baker Mayfield right now. Right now he's off in the coast. He's in the Keys.
Just go to news there, Joey, right there.
He's washing his fabdomens, which is like a fatter abdomen. He's washing them on the beach right now.
Or just Google Sam Darnold news.
To the Jets. Oh, the Jets lost again. Who they
It
face
says
next
he's
week?
active. It says he's going to be active. So.
Oh, he says he's gonna be active. Oh.
Yeah, but I don't know what to take with that. I'm not sure.
We're coming back to face the Bills. No, I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah, I would too. I don't blame him.
That's gonna be a bad game, man.
Can I tell you the stat though? That's I think is really important.
Please tell me the stat.
It's 6,600. Jamison Crowder.
I like Crowder. I like him as the comeback.
He had his first game under 100 yards this week. First game of the season. That's impressive.
Yeah, and that's against, but it's against Buffalo, which is, I mean, that's bound to happen.
Just for the record, Darnold is unclear to play at the time due to a shoulder injury still. So we'll see if
he's not playing?
He's unclear.
Yeah,
I don't think it matters. I think that
it didn't matter if he played or not, but he's still washing those fabdomens.
Yeah, I think it's a Prescott Dalton. Kind of the same downgrade.
Yeah.
But I think
Dalton, the Red Rifle, man, I like him.
Man, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Dalton is better quarterback than Dak Prescott. Yeah, hot take.
Oh my
Hot take.
This is the guy that the first episode we did, I said a little something about Tony Romo talking about Dak Prescott's
but
ankle,
I mean, that's
and he
different.
lost his mind. He was talking like Dak Prescott's mama was was watching this right now.
No,
these motherfuckers.
I've always liked Andy Dalton.
Like he's gonna get it.
But Andy Dalton 3 years ago was the first quarterback to win me a lot of money in Fanduel too. So
I'm gonna pay for a swear in advance because I'm running out of single.
There's a bias.
So I get 2 swear words for free.
Okay. Nick, I got something interesting for you.
What's up?
Interesting for you. Denzel Mims is making his debut, potentially, most likely as the number 3 receiver for the Jets. He was extremely explosive at Baylor. Second round pick this year for the Jets.
Where's he been?
Huh?
Where's he been?
He's been hurt.
Is he coming back?
Yeah, he's expected.
Well, talk to me when he comes back, man. He ain't done nothing yet.
Well, I'm talking about.
If I talk about a play like a sleeper.
We're going to talk about FanDuel here because what's important in tournaments is getting that guy before he becomes. So the year that Odell Beckham Jr. had his return,
the year he came from, he was injured.
Well, he started off injured in his rookie year, so he didn't play his first couple games as a Giant, actually, and he was on my waiver wire in my fantasy league, and I picked him up.
I can't even remember him on the chat. Oh, that's still a year.
I picked him up a week before he came back, and he won me the league. He won.
You been playing FanDuel that long?
No, this was my Yahoo league.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So keep an eye out for Mims. He's probably not going to be crap, but anyway, he's there and he's going to be playing, and he makes the Jets a little bit better. So
I like Crowder though. I like him on the comeback this week for sure.
Oh, you like him on the comeback?
Yeah, I like him on the comeback. He's the only comeback. He's the only one coming back. I don't even know who's gonna be who's starting again this week.
Flacco. If Darnold isn't, and I don't think that's that much of a downgrade.
It's not, but it's
Oh my God! Can we go to this next game? Because I'm excited
Please,
to talk about this
let's
next game.
do it because I can't talk Flacco.
Cowboys and the Washington football team.
Oh, you're excited for this for one reason.
Dallas favored by.
Wait,
Listen to me.
Dallas is favored?
Listen to me. Dallas
Where's your
favored.
notes?
Dallas favored by 1.5. 47.5 over under. You want to see my first word?
I see it.
Ezekiel Elliott is trash. This man is
He
trash.
is. I knew. I was waiting for you to say this because you texted. We were talking. This is the game that my wife was mad at me because I was texting. I was like, man.
If Zeke would have had a good game yesterday,
No,
I would have been.
let me tell you,
big money.
I'm
big money.
98% sure this is his fourth fumble in 6 games.
Yeah. He's in his own head.
Like,
And-
yeah,
and
this is. I put some notes on this motherfucker. Dang it! I got 2 for free.
That's okay. Let me recap on this. Zeke Elliott is trash. Zeke Elliott is a great football player. Can I say that?
He can be.
He can be, but he's in his head right now, man, and he is.
He can be one of the best football players, man. Like, God, I didn't even put any notes down because I put. Oh my God, this is what I put. I said Dallas defense allowing 30+ points in 5 games straight. And that was the only note that I put because I was so depressed. Like, I watched the back-to-back fumbles from Elliott. I watched them and I was like, this is hilarious. I was texting Vince, got in trouble by the wife. And then later on I found out the Dallas defense allowed 30+ points in 5 games straight. And I was immediately like, I'm gonna ride this out. Next week, whoever the Cowboys are playing, they're giving up some big touchdowns this week.
Yeah.
I'm riding it out, man.
Yeah, but they're playing the Washington football team.
Yes. I get that. But who is Antonio Gibson? I think who are we talking about? There's a running back.
I like Antonio Gibson.
I like Antonio Gibson.
I don't have him down.
I think Antonio Gibson. I think he shows up Elliott this week. I think Antonio Gibson gives him the, hey man, this is how you run the football type. He grabs his jersey like this and he goes, like a princess. I think that's what happens. And then Ezekiel, his little bull ring, gets all, wrinkles around. You know what I'm talking about.
I have a different.
What's your take?
Well, I think Zeke's going to destroy.
I'm going against you just because I hated the way Ezekiel showed up this week. Yeah. I hated it.
I think Zeke's
because the whole team depended on him, man. Like, Prescott just had that severe injury. It was up to you. This was your week to show out, dude.
Let me tell you something. I want you to listen to me.
That was me.
I want you to listen to me on this, okay?
He didn't come. He didn't come to play.
What?
Polar did. I like Polar.
What individual football game does almost every single person watch every week?
You're going to say the Cowboys.
No.
Who are you going to say?
I'm going to say Monday night game, right?
It's always Monday. Bears are on this Monday.
Yeah, but what do people generally watch? Probably Monday night game, or else they're watching their team on Sunday, right? But
who is it? Pizza guy?
But everybody watches the Monday night game, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's seen Zeke play like complete crap. Zeke is coming in on a slate where you got Kamara, who's going to be extremely high owned. You got Aaron Jones, who's going to be extremely high owned. I think Zeke is going to be against Washington. I mean, Washington's defense isn't crap, but I think he might be a good pivot for under ownership.
I agree with you all the time. Like, most of the time, I'm on board with you. We work good together. We understand each other. This is the one time I'm saying he didn't, like, if he would have been like 2 back-to-back fumbles. Okay, he knew going in the half, he was like, I'm messing up. I was about to put another dollar in there. I got one more F-bomb to drop. And I was going to do it. But he knew going in he was like, I can't mess it. I got to make this right. He had a whole nother half to make it right. Never made it right. Even the coaches, the coaches didn't even want to put him back. He had Pollard in there a lot. He was feeding Ezekiel a little bit, give him a little snack. But he didn't do nothing with it. If he would have showed out, like, you know what, I'm sorry, Let me put the team back on my back. I messed up and broke one loose for a little bit. And just stiff arming people to the ground like Derrick Henry's doing. Then I would have been on board. But I don't until he could prove otherwise. I don't want to pick him again. He's failed me a lot in the past 2 years.
That's fair enough, man. I'm not going to argue with you because there's not an argument to be had. I think that your way can go exactly the same way mine
yours.
could. So,
exactly.
McLaurin.
Scary Terry.
Bring me back, Scary Terry, please. I told you last week.
Are you going to say your apologies?
What?
you last week you said.
But he didn't have a fantastic game.
No, but he showed you he's a receiver.
Yeah. I mean, but he's.
And you were like, I hate him.
Logan Thomas also caught his first touchdown of the year.
Another receiver there?
He's the tight end.
Tight end?
Yeah, he's first touchdown, I think, of his career. But he's been getting a lot of target share, and he finally got a touchdown.
Targets?
So I'm saying, what I'm trying to say
targets,
is,
man.
he got a lot of targets. What I'm trying to say is, Haskins honed in on McLaurin. That was his guy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying McLaurin is going to fall off as a receiver. Yeah. If you give Aaron Rodgers McLaurin is going to be one of the top receivers in the league.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
it's all quarterback preference.
It's quarterback preference, and Haskins is the kind of guy who is not as good as Aaron Rodgers, but had Aaron Rodgers qualities to where he likes to hone in on his number one receiver, as Rodgers does to Devontae Adams, as Haskins did to McLaurin. But this week, personally, I like him against the Cowboys. The Cowboys are terrible.
Oh, I gotta show my muscles off of this shit too.
I didn't give any money for my
Joe, I'm not stripping, man. I'm showing an arm. I gotta get that
for the flex jar yet.
Oh yeah, we gotta get a flex jar for you. Every time you flex on this podcast, you gotta put money in. I'm
sexy. I think this game's going to be super competitive. It's a divisional game. I think anytime that there's a divisional game, I don't like to play it on Fanduel or any fantasy site because it is competitive. I play the defenses. So on to the Packers and the Texans, the third highest game on the slate as far as over-under goes.
Packers, Texans.
56.5 over-under. The Packers are only favored by 3.5. That's interesting to me. But I'm going to say...
They just... Go ahead.
I'm going to say why it's interesting to me.
Why?
Because it shouldn't be. But it is because I am impacted by recency bias. I've seen Houston get rocked this whole season. But... people, who did Houston get rocked by? Who were their first 3 games of the season? Kansas City, Baltimore, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's undefeated. You played the 2 big dogs, Lamar Jackson and Mahomes.
Yeah. And
guess who else they played?
The Titans.
And you played the Titans.
Yeah, they've been getting bullied.
So
man.
yeah, I mean, you lose your number one receiver. I didn't expect Houston to win any of those games. It doesn't make me think that a 1-5 Houston team isn't a good team. To where the Bears are the complete uber opposite. I know you don't want to hear me say that, but they haven't played that.
It begs the one question to me. Like I get you got your like offensively. I think Houston. Like I can't take anything away from Watson. I think he's a great player. I told you how much I love Fuller. Fuller is one of my guys. I love that dude. But the big question for me is how bad is Houston's defense?
Terrible.
Exactly. And then you're going up against Aaron Rodgers, who is unarguably one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, but what are they the worst against? What are they the worst against? The run.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
What do you do? Because you have a Rodgers that can fucking light them up. I got to throw in the jar.
Yeah! I ain't getting. Where's your wallet?
I will. It's in the car. I'm
not giving you my free one. I got one last.
But seriously, you got a Rodgers that can light him up. You got an Aaron Jones that can light him up.
He'll light him all up.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
It's a fire.
I've done some research on this one specifically today.
Which one?
on this game because I like it. As a third highest over-under, it's not going to be the super highest owned game. But how do you get leverage in this game? Jamal Williams.
The second string running back?
Absolutely. He's going to catch some passes out of the backfield. He's going to punch.
I like that.
He might punch
lot,
one
actually.
in. I think Jamal Williams is going to be that guy this game. I really
like
do.
that. I like that. I like it a lot.
I like it a
I
lot.
like it a lot. I really like that pick. That's a good one, man.
In my opinion, the Texans are not the Texans of what they were before without Nuke. Will Fuller is not a number one receiver.
I don't know. Don't tell me that, man, because he's not yet. I'm going to tell you this right now, Vince. Give me, okay, probably, you know what? I'll double down. I was going to say not this week with the Packers, but give me next week. But no, this week with the Packers, give me Will Fuller. I find this dude exceptional. Like he is super fast, and he's the one guy that Derek Watson. Deshaun Watson is sold on this dude, man. He's like, look,
yeah, he's all in on him.
Me and you and me, we're gonna get some ESPN highlights, and that's what they're going for right now. I don't think they're gonna get to the playoffs. No. I just think let's get some ESPN highlights. You and me, baby.
We got to talk about Brandon Cooks.
I like Brandon Cooks.
You do?
I like them better on the Bears.
He was on the Bears?
Yeah. Years ago. Right?
I don't know.
Yes. No. Yes.
Brandon Marshall.
Brandon Cooks was on the Saints, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I felt like an asshole there. I
thought I was confused.
Did I say the F-bomb?
No, you didn't. You said it.
Yes.
But I'm gonna honestly.
No, I get you though. Yeah, I think
Cooks is the hardest play, man.
He is. He's always been a hard play.
He's the Fuller of last year. He could either catch two passes.
I think you don't give Fuller enough credit, man.
I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of Fuller.
I think this is the week that you're gonna think different.
Hot take: Fuller is gonna get a hamstring injury this game because that's what he does. That's what he does. Yeah.
How dare you put that evil on us? What's wrong with you?
All right, let's talk about.
We're not an injury podcast. We don't put voodoo on
it's
players.
Not voodoo. I'm just telling you.
That was voodoo.
I'm sorry. Well, I didn't mean to do that. No, I don't. I mean, for your.
Who's your favorite player?
Huh?
Who's your favorite player? Let's go. Will Fuller is a saint.
All right. Devontae Adams, 8 targets last game.
He didn't do enough.
Devontae Adams is going to be a beast this week.
I think so too.
Devontae Adams is going to be an absolute animal. An animal, man.
Yeah, you know what? But part of me, the contrarian.
Play Devontae Adams.
The contrarian in me is saying Devontae Adams is going to get that double team.
Yeah,
and you need to watch Lazard on the slants. I think Lazard might be a good pick this. That's just me.
I love that.
I'm just saying Devontae Adams. He played. His first week back was this week. He got some receptions, right? He had a few there. Yeah. I think they're gonna double down on him this week because Houston's already getting their asses handed to him this month, this whole NFL season. Sorry. And I think Lazard breaks away for.
Is Lazard back?
At least one.
Is Lazard back?
I think so.
Are you sure?
I think so.
If Lazard is back, then I love that take.
I'm pretty sure.
Pull that up, JoJo. Roto World?
Because
he's coming back from an injury. He's coming back from an injury. Returning. Yeah. Anytime soon.
Can't count. Ouch. When was this posted? October 2nd.
Bro, he's been hurt, dude.
This is October 2nd. That's like over 20 days ago.
Yeah, he's still been hurt.
Still?
Yeah, he hasn't been back.
I'm saying this has been written since October 2nd.
I'm telling you, he hasn't been back.
But there's no this week. posting. Pull up something this week. I went within the last week. Well, maybe it's not. All right, move on. Well, damn. There goes that play.
Is he back or no?
Well, who's the next best? Because I'd still bet on the next
Out
best.
at least a month?
Oh, I'd still bet on the next. Let me see who the next.
Valdez-Scantling.
Scantling? I picked him this week.
Okay. Yeah, me too, but I don't know.
I'd still pick him over.
He ain't going to catch those slants you're talking about, though.
No, but I still think that they're gonna overguard Devontae. I'm telling you.
Well, then give me Tanyan.
I like that. I'll go with that. I'm good with that.
Or give me Jamal Williams.
I already told you that was a good pick. Let's move on. You got it, baby.
All right, I'm gonna guys. Again, shout out to our producer Joey O'Nions. We're gonna take a quick break here, and we'll be back. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Guys, we are back in action here.
Back.
Let's go on to Seattle and Arizona. The second highest total on the slate. Seattle is favored by 3.5, and you have a 56.5 total on this game, Nick. You want to get started, or you want me to start?
I want to say, for one, that I am a big fan of Kirk. I like him a lot. And I also... Oh, my gosh, the unprofessionalism. You know, we come here every week, and we put our butts on the line to make this Zaddy Zingerz thing happen. And then have phone calls in the middle of it is downright disrespectful. Go, please, lead, Vince. Lead. What? Lead.
This is going to be such a fun game.
I think so, too.
Russ is going to cook, and Kyler is going to eat.
Oh. And I had, did you get my swallow on the... Hey, take that gulp and put the volume up 100% on when we send this out to records or whatever we do.
Russell Wilson.
I like that. I really like that.
Russ is going to cook and Kyler is going to
It's like the master chef. Let me show you how it's done. Okay. Telling Murray.
Yeah.
Let me show you how this is done. Let me show you how. Let me show you how real quarterbacks do it. Let me show you how MVPs do this.
Okay.
Yeah. And then next year he'll be better for it.
Yep. So Russ is the third highest quarterback to pay for on Fanduel, 8,700.
That's all you, baby boy.
Kyler is the fourth at 8,400. Only Mahomes and Allen are higher than these two. I love this game, man.
I do too. I think it's gonna be a good one.
Metcalf is still cheaper than Lockett.
Really? Dude, Metcalf is he's gonna be big this year.
Metcalf
I think. When did they play?
Metcalf is 7,300. Lockett is 7,400 on FanDuel.
That's still like, I think Metcalf should be maybe at $1,000 more. Oh, sorry. That was the Dr. Evil.
So, I like Tyler Lockett at $100 more.
Yeah. I can get behind. I know I can get behind
FanDuel. You have to. I think it's the total pivot play. It's always a 50-50 with those guys. Lockett has not had a good last couple of weeks.
No.
I like Lockett this week.
I'm with it.
To go on the other side. Oh, we should talk about Chris Carson. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about him, dude. I don't like him.
I didn't like anything he did.
I don't like him ever.
Yeah, me neither. He's
nobody ever likes him. He's
one of those running backs that like you have to pick him in the single entry, like the single game, the Monday night or you have to pick him because they're gonna run the ball. But you don't want to ever pick him. Like on Sundays, like God forbid you pick him on a Sunday.
Well, you have to this Sunday, I think, because of what we just said.
This Sunday I could see.
Well, because of what we just said. Yeah. Because, again, Chris Carson is going to go completely under-owned, and he's probably going to have 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. And even that hurts me to say.
But he will.
Like, what is it about? Is it his name? I don't know. I don't know why I don't like him, and that's weird.
It's the way he looks. He just has that look, like he just doesn't want to. Like he's like.
A zombie.
Look at him.
Like a no, man, he's not a bad player. He's actually like sometimes he puts that shoulder down and he lays wood, dude. He drops up, he messes people up, but
Not the biggest.
I
fan,
don't know
bro.
why I don't like him as a player. Like,
Because he's not that good. He's just in a good scheme.
that's probably it.
But he's in a great scheme.
He's
and
got
they
Wilson, and imagine if they picked up Le'Veon Bell.
dude, think about you.
Imagine if they had Le'Veon Bell on
I
their
know.
team.
I know. You are a football guy. Imagine having to cover Metcalf and Lockett in the end zone.
And then
And
Le'Veon
know
Bell
that-
on slant
No. No, I'm saying like in this situation, imagine having to cover Metcalf and Lockett in the end zone from and goal.
Yeah.
Or first and goal or whatever.
That's already
And-
horrible.
Uh-huh.
I said that's already horrible.
Right. So then would you have Chris Carson, who is not Le'Veon Bell? Like, would you
But that's what I'm saying. It's all like I'm not worried about the flats or anything, or swing passes. Like you give me Le'Veon Bell out there, or Le'Veon Bell on one of those dude. Remember when Mike Allstott would do like Joey remembers. Remember when Dad would do that one play from Madden NFL where Mike Allstott from Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he would run up the middle 10 yards and then catch a damn football and then run into the end zone. You're like, did Mike Allstott, fullback, just do this? Like, imagine Le'Veon Bell on the Chiefs, just waiting there, block it for 2 little seconds, and then running right there in the middle.
I think the number one thing that to me is completely misunderstood about Chris Carson is how good Russell Wilson is.
He's really good.
Russell Wilson.
He has been consistent as anything I've ever seen in my life.
This guy is the kind of quarterback. Consistent, you said?
Yeah, consistent.
Yeah. This
it's
guy,
just, like I've been waiting for the fall off. Like Russell Wilson throws 5 touchdown passes. Russell Wilson throws 3 touchdown passes. Yeah.
So
I was like, here comes the fall off. Russell Wilson throws 4 more touchdowns.
Hot take.
This is not as weak.
No.
Is what you're saying?
Hot take. Chris Carson is really good because Russell Wilson knows when he needs to run the ball and when he doesn't.
You're thinking Russell Wilson's back there cooking. He's doing he's the head chef.
I'm thinking Russell Wilson is a different kind of being back there. He is different than Mahomes.
Well, he's a better leader than anybody in the NFL. I think I think that for sure. Like,
no, I know. And physically in the game and mentally and emotionally as a leader. Yeah. I think he's different. I think Mahomes and Lamar and Josh Allen and Dak, these guys run when they feel the pressure, when they have to run. Like they feel the pressure and they run the ball.
They don't have to see it. Yeah, it's all.
But Russell runs when he knows that it's good for his team.
Yeah.
And he's the only one that knows that it's good for his team. It's not because he has to or because he's good at it. It's because he knows that he can and this is good for his team. Yeah. And I think that makes such a big difference for somebody like Chris Carson. I just came up with this now. This isn't written down. This is me talking straight up.
About time.
So
I thought this was going to be an emotional podcast where we both talk to each other about our inner beliefs of football.
I mean, I think a lot of notes. There's just a lot of
38-word dossier.
You know? There's just a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, but this is something that just came off my chest and
well, good man.
Like I feel
Get it out.
I feel it.
Get it out there.
Russell Wilson is the best quarterback in the league,
and I'm not mad at that.
He's the best quarterback in the league.
I'm a
Fight me on that.
defensive.
Anybody wants to come in and box? Like we can go. Like we can straight up box on that. Like Patrick Mahomes. I have Mahomes
flex
jersey.
and put some money in my jar. We don't got the flex jar.
I don't have a Russell Wilson jersey. I have a Mahomes jersey because he pulled me through my fantasy. But man, Russell Wilson is a really, really probably the best quarterback in the league.
He is a straight up leader, and that's what I love about him.
He's a leader and he's a great.
We're I'm sorry, Vince's mom. We're on Russell Wilson's dick group, but he's a very good quarterback.
Yeah.
Like straight leader, man.
Absolutely.
All the quality. Like even in that vote, did you see I'm a big commercial guy. The vote commercial that Russell Wilson does, remember when they all do like, you gotta vote this year. You gotta vote. Russell Wilson was like the most professional dude I've ever seen him. And I almost voted because of him. He had his mask on his neck, and he was like, "And I voted this year, and I registered to vote, and so shall you." Shit like that. But it was awesome, man. I was like, dude, I'm so jazzed about voting this year.
All right, Nick, we have to move on. We have to
Please.
go on to Arizona because we talked a lot about Seattle. We talked a lot about Seattle. A lot.
I gotta feel I'm back up for this one.
Seattle gets eaten up by number one receivers completely. They just let number one receivers do whatever they want to them. And they are playing the best number one receiver in the league.
Who is he? What's his name?
His name is DeAndre Hopkins.
Hoopkins? Oh.
Might as well be Hoopkins. He's jumping
What
up
did he
there.
do this week?
What do you have, 80 yards?
He did fucking... I have one. That was my last one. He did nothing.
That's not true. He had 80 yards. He caught a big pass at the end of the game. They looked off sync.
But
They looked off sync.
to me, this was the game that he was supposed to do something.
They looked off sync.
They looked bad together.
So give me a
It was like
message.
a Dancing with the Stars, and they weren't fit right for championship. They
He
weren't ready
had
for it.
2 receptions for 73 yards.
Yeah, to me, that's not nearly enough.
Give me that bounce back. Give me that bounce back. Bounce, 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 bounce.
See, and like I can talk, but I can't talk 100%. Like I thought this week was Larry Fitzgerald. Like, I was all over Larry Fitzgerald. This
Yeah,
week.
me too. And I think he had a good day.
And he had a good day, but he needed better. He needed a touchdown. Like this was his week. Like he's that guy. He's the veteran.
Yeah.
He's that guy that's got to show everybody the way.
I lied. He didn't have a good week. He had 22 yards.
No,
Three
and
receptions.
that good lineup I had this week, the good ones, he was in it.
He
I
could have
needed
caught a
him.
touchdown. He could have caught a touchdown.
I know he could have. If he did, it'd be a great segment. I'd have a lot more of these on my bed.
Hey, if Zeke Elliott didn't fumble twice, maybe Larry Fitzgerald would have more opportunity.
Oh man,
Maybe Larry Fitzgerald would
dude,
have more opportunity.
you have got a hard on to talk about Zeke messing up this, dude. For like all day, Vince has been writing me. Oh, I can't wait to talk about Zeke.
The thing is I like him this week, and that sucks. But he sucked this Monday. God, he sucks so bad. He looked terrible. He looked out of it. He didn't want to be there. I just hate. They kept doing these close-ups on his face, and I looked in his eyes. And I was like,
man,
dude, why are you making so much money? Like,
he was so
dude,
mad.
be a man, bro. Be a man.
He is a man.
He
He's
is not a man. He wears cutoffs. He wears cutoff shirts, bro. He's not a man. He's a good football player, but he's not a man.
Oh,
Let him hear it.
hey,
Zeke,
take our names.
come talk to me, sir. Because
Take our names off that billboard
No.
in the back, because
You
if
put
he
my
gets
name on
my
there,
name on there
and you keep
he
wearing
finds
your,
us,
and you
he's
keep
gonna
wearing your
get some-
cutoffs, Zeke.
Zeke,
'cause-
I think you're an amazing NFL player.
well, you got
I get why you did this to me week 1. I think you're an amazing running back. You need to get. You need. I already said it earlier. It's up to you, buddy. You got to put the team on your back.
Just
you got to
run,
do.
bro.
No, you got exactly.
You're in Dallas.
You are Dallas, and you are a built running back, dude.
Yeah,
You should
built.
be just. Oh,
Anybody can look built at a cutoff. Derrick Henry's built,
point explained.
and I'm bigger than Zeke. I am bigger than Zeke. Probably stronger too. Probably. And he's professional.
And we're trending. All right, what's next, buddy?
I'm sorry, man. I'm not trying to pump myself up, but Jesus, man, he really pissed me off the other day.
Bicep flex. What's up?
He got me mad because he didn't
Hide
play.
my shit away.
He didn't play, man, and that guy just got paid.
Yeah, that was
Play,
You have to play.
run hard. You should never be sitting out, dude. When he was sitting
I know it.
in the middle
It's
of that
tiresome.
second quarter, when he was sitting out, and when they put Pollard in, me personally, now, not back in the day because I didn't know back in the day, but I would have been in the coach's ear like, man,
Hey,
let me.
yeah,
play.
exactly. Let me
fucking
show
play.
myself. I know.
I'm sorry. Let me play.
I know.
And he was sitting there like,
I know. It's just mad.
Come on, man. Get out of here, dude. You're trash. Anyway,
but
Kirk,
you just said he's the play this week.
yeah, he is because he's Zeke.
You
and he's
think
probably,
you just said he was gonna come back and he was gonna make it all right.
well, you know what?
I said he's got to prove it.
He posted a picture of himself when he was a little baby. Did you watch it in the Monday night game where he had a little shirt on that said, "Be nice to me because I'm gonna be rich and famous one day." Well, if you want to,
you know what this is.
if you want to continue to be rich and famous, you better fucking play good.
This is a Ezekiel Elliott hater.
No, I like Zeke.
No,
I do,
I
dude.
don't-
I've been
I don't
all
like
over
that.
Zeke, man, and he's won me my.
I'm just messing with you, man. I've never seen you get this emotional on this podcast.
because I know how good he is and I know how crappy he played, and that's embarrassing.
It's bad.
And it made me.
I told you.
It made
he
me
had to
feel.
put it on his back, man.
You know what
He
it made
didn't.
me? You know who it made me feel bad for? Andy Dalton.
Poor Red Rifle.
No, dude, Andy Dalton came in.
He did,
He's from Texas. He wanted to show out for his team. First time
And he had
starting down
no
there.
business being out there. He was he's coasting. He's got kids at home. He's trying to.
No,
He's
he
I
wanted
gotta
to-
start now.
Well, he wants
Shit.
to, dude. He wants to win, man.
No, I know, and I like it. I told you, I all this week I was like, we gotta put the red rifle in on these. We gotta plug this guy in, dude.
Zeke, hold the ball, man. That's all you got to do, bro. Hold the ball.
We gotta move on because Joey's gotta do some editing.
I'm gonna just hit really quick on Arizona. Kirk had his blow up game. Not interested in Kirk. This is something to look into, guys. Pay attention. Andy Isabella, 4,800 on Fanduel this week. What?
I
He got
don't know.
so-
I don't know why I don't like him.
Well, he got so many. He got 3 deep balls thrown to him past 50 yards last
He
week.
did get 3 deep.
He had air yards.
He had and that guy, he was launching that ball to him too, dude. Just
because Andy Isabella is good, and
he looks like Dustin Framp Daddy.
oh my god.
Moving on.
Okay, I remember those days. Isabella looks good. Kenyon Drake, you had his game.
Have we talked about Fitzmagic? Can we talk about
No.
Tua taking? Oh my God, are we
Can
getting to this?
Tua took over.
They are starting Tua over Fitzmagic this week.
Are you serious? Wait, let's.
They are starting. We'll get to. Tell me when we get to Dolphins so I can start off because I am livid.
Okay,
I'm so angry.
we're not getting the Dolphins because the Dolphins don't play this week.
Well, when they come out next time, Tua's taking over.
How do you know?
Because I got an alert that said Tua instead of Fitzmagic next week.
Man, I don't believe it. Anyway,
Well, I hope not.
They're not
because
playing
that's
this
an
week.
embarrassment.
yeah, it is. They're not playing this week anyway. Chiefs and Broncos. Chiefs by 9 points. 48 over under. Dude, you can go. I have nothing to say.
Say it one more time because I was looking for the next time they play.
Chiefs and Broncos.
Chiefs and Broncos.
Chiefs by 9 points and 48 over under.
Dude, I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna say it again. Well, I didn't say it last week. I said it to you in person. Lindsey, him as a running back, I enjoy him. Philip Lindsay, I enjoy him a lot. Dude, that man is fast, and he played good this week. And I called that to you. I was like, who's the starting running back they had? That had the DUI. Gordon. Yeah, Melvin Gordon messed up, got a DUI or whatever. He ended up some other technicalities, whatever. Philip Lindsay takes over, and he had over 100 yards. I don't think it was much over 100, but he got over 100 yards this week and a bunch of carries. And dude, he looked good. He looked really good. I don't know if I like him against this matchup, but
No.
no.
Perfect against this matchup. I think Lindsey. That's all I have for this game. Lindsey and Gordon. All I care about.
Yeah, because you know the Chiefs secondary ain't giving up the deep pass.
I don't like any of the Chiefs.
No, not in this game.
I mean, Le'Veon Bell's there. That makes a huge difference, people. Just in case you know, Le'Veon Bell can totally get in and vulture a couple touchdowns and ruin this slate.
But that's what I want to happen too, because I want to read more on this, because if if Le'Veon Bell do we know, is he third string, second string? Is he gonna play at all? Because if he's gonna do some touches, he is gonna be devastating.
Can I give you my
dude? I think Bell is gonna make this. Hilaire is unbelievable, and now Bell. No,
can I give you my theory?
Please, because you shook your head at me at Hilaire, and that is unbelievable. Because he just had a
Buffalo
night.
is not chumps against the run,
and Hilaire ran all over them.
Okay, so check this out. I think the coaching staff did a little pump up. They pumped up this running game. Andy Reid was like, okay, Darrell Williams is getting a touchdown this game. Hilaire is going to run for however much he wants because you know what? He's gashing him, so let him run. Let him get his head pumped up. Because you know what? You guys are great players, and coaches think like this, I think. They're like, we believed in you this long. We didn't expect to get Le'Veon Bell, but we got him now. But you guys
They expected every minute of that shit.
Yeah, well, once he became a free agent.
Every dollar of that shit. Oh, wait, they didn't. Did they even have to pay him?
Not much.
No, I was like, they didn't have because he got that.
He's cheap.
He got most of that contract.
But I'm telling you, like, I think they pumped up those running backs last week or yesterday because Bell's going to come in there and get some action, and they didn't want to scare him. I got any more beer?
Oh wow, this.
Gotta go to the fridge there.
Damn it, Joey, can you give me a drink, buddy? Something. It's just a little something.
But I don't think. I mean, you could always play Kelsey. Hardman might be a good play. 0 catches last week.
Hardman absolutely ruined everybody in the fantasy week this week.
Good, then you play him next week because he's explosive and he's a tournament-winning kind of guy.
I don't think he is. I'd rather take their second string tight end.
Nah, that's not smart.
Is it?
But dude,
is it not?
I think
I did pretty good this week.
Look at my notes.
It says fade Bell.
No, fade.
Fade Bell.
Just fade.
No, it says fade.
It says fade, and then there was supposed to be a comma. Bell is there now.
We're not going to talk about your punctuation.
Low total. Fade this game.
All right. What's next?
One thing to mention, Robinson got a lot of work. DeMarcus Robinson with Sammy Watkins out. No, DeMarcus Robinson.
Watkins is back? Sammy Watkins is back?
Mm-hmm.
Who's fifth? I don't know what you're saying to me.
No, I'm saying Robinson had a lot of work with Sammy Watkins out.
Yeah, he did good.
Yeah, I think he can continue to do good.
Yeah, and I didn't want to pick him in any lineups because he hasn't done anything. This is two. This is round 2 now. Like I don't even know why we're doing this. Does anybody take this thing serious? Is that my phone? That is my phone, but I'm not taking this serious. Hold on. We're gonna have to edit this.
Over under. 8.
You want me to start?
Ayuk and Kittle found the paint last week with the 49ers.
Did you say the paint? This ain't basketball.
Oh, it's painted still.
You're right. You're 100%. You're right.
Be a dick, dude.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be. I wasn't trying to throw you under the bus. Let me start. Patriots suck. And your turn.
Edelman had 0 targets last week.
Edelman needs to step it up. He needs to step it up. And so does Cam. Cam looked awful. Looked horrible. Like he was binge watching Degrassi on Netflix, eating ice cream the entire time. Like he looked horrible. And that's all I'm gonna say.
So when you're sitting there looking when you see
bad.
When you see 0 targets from Edelman, I think that's a perfect tournament play this week.
I hope so, man, because I like Edelman so much.
He's good, and
he needs to step it up.
So
he is the veteran.
Let me throw something at you. I'm gonna make you think. Edelman, before Cam Newton got hurt, had the most receiving yards he's ever had in a game. And then Cam Newton comes back from injury, and he has 0 receptions. So let's meet a median here. And we got Edelman, who's extremely cheap.
I'm not
FanDuel.
completely throwing Edelman under the bus.
I'm not saying you are, brother.
Cam Newton looked awful. He looked like he didn't even want to be back with his smiles and his fake. guys, we're back. We're going to do it. He did not want to play. And then, I don't know, I feel like Edelman was caught in the middle of it. He was getting, it just looked bad. It was bad football. I didn't like it. I didn't even want to watch it. It was horrible. It's the Patriots. And I think Belichick is way worse off without Brady than Brady is without Belichick. Yeah, that's me.
I don't think. We got to see what happens with Raheem Mostert too.
I like him, dude. He's explosive. That man, when he
too explosive because he explodes himself out of the game.
Yeah, but you know what? When he takes off, he takes off. What has he got? Like 3 games already that he's got like over 30 yards. A breakaway for a touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely.
The man he's good, dude.
Well, their offensive line's good. Right, so calm down.
And Garoppolo, and I don't like Garoppolo. I don't like Garoppolo. The offensive line, that's what it is.
It's offensive line, bro.
It is.
It's offensive line.
Garoppolo had a good week because one, he was getting the ball out in like 2 seconds flat.
All right, we're going to move this on because it's the lowest game on the slate. We're not really interested in it. There are some plays that you can play. Edelman might be a good one in my opinion. Nick might have some.
We can't do this. We got to
I want a double cheeseburger. Okay, sorry. Jags and Chargers. Chargers are favored by 7.5. 49.5 over under. I love the Chargers players for tournaments. Some interesting news coming out for the Chargers. Chargers were...
Daniel Tomlinson is back.
Oh, dude, calm down. Seriously. Justin Jackson out-touched Kelly 60 to 40%. That's huge. It's huge news. Justin Jackson had 60% of the carries. Kelly had 40.
This game means nothing to me. I'm letting you wrap it up.
So maybe no Keenan Allen. Back spasms means a little bit more Hunter Henry and Mike Williams.
Hunter Henry, what has he been doing this year? Because I play him sometimes and I feel like he doesn't do enough.
I feel like you're not really taking this to where you should, like with this game. This game is important, man. The Chargers are the tournament team.
I don't care for this game.
Okay, man.
It's just me.
You know what? That's fair. I think the Chargers, I think Nick's screwing up. Nick's going to lose a lot of money this week because of this.
Okay, can we tell everybody what happened this week?
Go ahead.
Are we waiting till the end, or what do we?
I did fine. I'm even.
Out of 800,000 people, I was in second place, winning $150,000 this week.
He's lying.
I got pictures. I'll show him.
He's lying because he was in first place at halftime of the first games of the slate. He was in first place in the Millie Maker.
He had
82 points.
That's it. Like a half. It wasn't very long, but it happened, and I was like, what better time to start a podcast where I was saying the F-bomb every 2 minutes, and then next thing you know, I'm almost winning $1 million. That's awesome.
Yeah. And to wrap it back around, so last night you were doing really good too.
Yeah, I say some dumb stuff sometimes, but sometimes it works out for me, man. It's football.
Yeah, but I'm telling you this week, you're letting your head get in your way, and I think the Chargers are the way to go this week. I really do. I like Herbert a lot. I think this is a game that's really should be touched on big time because I don't know who on the Chargers or on the Jags I necessarily like. I mean, James Robinson is an okay play. He's cheaper.
He's had a touchdown this week.
DJ Chark is decent.
I love that.
Cole, Chanel, all good plays. But, man, I really like these Chargers players, man. I'm telling you that right now. And it might be Justin Jackson who wins you the $1 million this week.
It might be. It could be anybody.
Like, pay attention to it. That's all I'm saying. And then we can move on if you want. If you're not interested in talking about it.
But it's up to you, man. It's up to you.
No, we can
move on.
Bucks and Raiders. Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is only favored by 2.5 points. It's a 53.5 over under.
Hey, you want to know who I'm going with? You want to know who? I'm not going with any player on the field. I'm going with John MF, which stands for Mofo Gruden. I love John Gruden. Dude, I have endless memories. Me and Joey's dad, favorite team was the Buccaneers. Coach that won the Super Bowl, John Gruden. Ever since then, I watched John Gruden, everything. John Gruden just beat the Chiefs, dude. Like, obviously, Mahomes, they did their part. Yada, yada, yada. But John Gruden beat the Chiefs. That was me. Like, he coached them. He got them through it. John Gruden's a beast. And John Gruden knows the Buccaneers. And John Gruden's going to take apart the Buccaneers. And that's my pick.
John Gruden is a good coach.
He is a good coach. But I know you're going opposite.
No, not going the opposite.
Let me hear you.
I think
I love this game. It's a sneaky game of the week.
I do.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, wait, no, that is the right one.
This is a sneaky game. I think it's going to be high scoring. I don't have anybody on Tampa that I necessarily like.
Well, I mean, there's a
It's
couple
too
people
much.
you always got to like.
There's too much to like. I mean, maybe Godwin because
You got to like them, but
ready.
you don't- Maybe not.
Vince's take of the week: positive regression. Give Godwin a look because he has been trash, and I
That's
think he
true.
will maybe
Positive
make
regression.
a little splash this game. He can. He is in line to make a splash, and he is probably going to be lower owned. So he's a good look, and you can run it back with any of the few: Waller, Ruggs, Renfro. Yes. Jacobs, not against Tampa Bay.
I agree.
So
I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I really do.
if you want to get really weird, run it with Waller this week. I think Ruggs had a huge week last week.
Yeah.
People are going to be on him a little bit. People love recency bias. That's a thing. They love to look at those stats and be like, "Oh my God, look at Claypool. He got 4 touchdowns."
I'm picking Claypool every week until he
I
proves me
bet you
otherwise.
are, dude.
I am, dude. I really like him, man. As a player in general, I really like him.
Oh, dude, there's nothing.
And I'm the same way. Like, I don't want to pick him. He just scored. He scored last week, but I said that last week, and then he scored again this week, and I'm like, maybe next week. When does it end?
Yeah, you got to take your stances, though. You know,
Exactly.
that's the number one thing. And guys, we're moving on to our last game before we make our final lineup for you. It's
Boom, boom, boom.
This is not it's not on the main slate. It's the Monday. I don't even think the last game is on the main slate. That must have been the Sunday night game.
The last
The Bucks
game.
and Raiders. The last game is the Bears and Rams.
on Monday night. Bears and Rams, right?
Sorry, bro.
Well, guys, I mean,
One second. Bears and Rams. Rams are favored by 6 points.
Oh my God, they're favored.
It's a 45.5 over under. I already talked about the Foles interview with you, so I don't have a lot to. I don't have a lot to say.
And we're gonna take a break, right? Well, you guys are. You want to start because the Rams are favored.
The Rams are favored.
The Rams are favored. Jared, weak ass golf. That horrible performance he put on, and Cooper can't get open cup. Yeah, and they're favored against the Chicago Big D Bears, like the ones that just whoop the Panthers and are 5-1. Oh my God. When do we get any kind of respect, like any whatsoever? Like, I get
You
it.
wanna know where I stand?
This is the life of a Bears fan. You're just like, you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, the Bears plays today. Yeah, we're probably gonna lose. Yeah, that's what we do. We talk about it. We laugh about it. But that's Bears fan. But everybody else disrespects the shit out of us. And I don't understand when it stops. We're 5-1 now. I guarantee. I'm telling you right now, we're gonna be 6-1.
Can I be honest with you?
I'm hoping this goes just like week 1.
You want to know the truth?
Please tell me. Oh my God!
Wait, ready?
Oh.
The Bears are the most underrated, underconsidered, underappreciated team in the entire NFL right now.
That's what
Who the hell is Jared Goff? Who is Jared
we're
Goff?
back, baby!
And what is he going to do
Exactly.
against this Bears defense?
Thank
Can
you.
somebody tell me that?
I thank you.
My God. You know what?
It's disrespect.
God. Cooper Kupp.
You know how I want to leave this episode?
Wait, no.
Put on that Drake song. It's disrespect. Put it on, Joey. We're leaving the episode.
Wait,
do your last take and then play that song. And then we're leaving.
We're not done yet. We got to do our lineup.
We'll play that song and then we'll do a lineup and then we're leaving.
But listen.
Or play it after our lineup. But I want to hear that song.
Okay, but honestly, Cooper Kupp might have a good game. I'm going to say that. Yes, he might. Yeah, you got to take a take.
I have a take. They're tight end. Garrett?
Higbee?
No.
Everett.
That's what I'm thinking. Everett.
Okay.
I'm thinking Everett. It's one. You say I think tight ends against the Bears D. That's the one thing that gets us. The long ball. We got Fool. We got all them. They're doing their job, kicking ass, taking names. I'm thinking Everett. The one person that's gonna do it against the Bears, it's gonna be their tight end. That's me.
Let's make a lineup for next week.
Well, put Everett in there for tight end.
No, he's not gonna for next week.
Oh, next week.
All right, guys, we're gonna make you a lineup for next week. Thank you so much for tagging along with us. I know it was a little longer than we
it's really the producer. We really gotta apologize to. He's got some editing to do.
Oh, we did
2 bathroom breaks. This is 2 weeks in a row. You know what? I'll pay. I'm taking the odds next week. Vince got to take 3 bathroom breaks next week. He's 2 for 2.
I'll take the under on that. I'll take the under. I'm gonna take 2.
You ain't gonna drink shit that night.
Hell yeah!
Let's keep this going because he's gonna have to edit this too.
All right. No, he's not. Fine. This is good quality stuff, man.
I need more drink.
All right.
Fine.
Let's make a lineup.
Let's do it.
Quarterback.
Oh. We're just doing a lineup like right off the top of our heads, huh?
Yep.
Like right now, right here.
I love Aaron Rodgers. I know you don't want to hear that.
I know you. I know you say that, and I get it. I'm good with that. Same time, we just talked about earlier how we're gonna let. And I know he's a little expensive, but we talked about how we're gonna let Reggie Wilson cook. Not Reggie Wilson.
Okay, I'm fine with. I'm fine with Russell. Can we run him back with Lockett?
We're gonna let Russell Wilson cook, man.
Can we run him with Lockett?
Absolutely. 100%, dude.
All right, and then where are we gonna run that back with? Hopkins, right?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go 100%. Crazy.
100%.
So we're going a big stack here. We got Russell Wilson, Lockett, and Hopkins.
Right off the bat.
Expensive.
So we got to start going a little. We got to go a little bit conservative.
I like to go to defense at this point, so I know kind of what.
Yeah,
I'm
then you
with
get that rough
money-wise.
draft because you scroll to the bottom there. You see what we're working with, deeper aspect. Right off the bat. Yeah, I can never. No, I was looking at the Jets for a minute. I was like, they're going against Buffalo. Don't do that.
I don't hate Dallas against Washington. With Zeke.
Yeah, but defense got to pick it up. If Zeke's messing around, Dak's gone. You got Dallas. They got to step up somewhere, right?
I like Zeke there too. We talked about this.
You talked a lot about this. You talked about Zeke. You challenged him to a flex off. I'm 98% sure you wanted to flex off against Zeke.
I like Zeke this week.
Looking at the title, it looks intriguing. He's one of those. He's another big number though, man.
He's gonna be low owned. Let's just see where we're at
money wise. We're all high owned so far, except for
it doesn't sit well with me actually.
But I get the Zeke play. I get it. I get the Zeke play, but he's just.
What if we go Washington and Antonio Gibson?
I could do that because we rained a little bit about Antonio Gibson a little this week, and he didn't actually put up that performance we wanted. But maybe
that gives us a lot more money to work with.
Yeah, maybe this is that. Maybe this is that week for him.
Tight end.
Does Schultz do anything?
I like Hunter Henry.
We talked about.
I like him. I like him with Keenan Allen out, man. I like Hunter Henry.
Oh, Keenan Allen's injured?
Well, he's hurt. He's probably not going to play. He's by back spasms.
If he doesn't play, then yeah, 100% I'm down with that. Well, Keenan Allen's a big target share guy, dude.
I don't think he's going to play. Running backs. Dude, we got to play Kamara.
Is McCaffrey back?
we got to play Kamara Jones. Or Jamal Williams.
Yeah, it can't be. It can't be Henry this.
It can be Henry. It
can't be. I got to see his owner. If he's very low owned,
Henry,
I bet against him all the time, and I always pay for it.
I can make you a promise.
But he's going against the Steelers.
He's going to be under 5% owned. 100%.
Then I'd play him just because he's so good, and if he puts the team on his back, man, you can't go wrong with it. But it's got to be the ownage for me this week. I got to be able to see what he's owned.
But then I want to run some Schuster with him.
Love that shoe.
It doesn't give enough.
You love baby shoe.
We don't have enough money.
That's the problem, ain't it? Ain't never enough money, and you want.
I don't like Russ.
But that's we gotta have more money on reserve if we want to win.
What if we go with Herbert? With Henry in that stack.
Better pray he takes all. You better pray he's doing some moves.
Any given Sunday.
True. Let's do it. What does that leave it with? Because I want at least a G overall left in the tank.
Yeah, 54.
I'm good with 54. No, I'm saying how much left over with the whole team.
This is what we get.
Oh, this is a flex.
This can give you Hardman.
Damn it! I don't have any more sweat.
Hardman.
It's the last dollar I'm putting in this jar. I'm telling you right now. Ooh, who is Buffalo going up against this week?
Jets.
Give me Beasley. Give me Beasley in the flex.
Which Beasley?
What do you mean? Cole Beasley. Buffalo. Cole Beasley.
Gotcha.
LB's low. That's what I want. How much that? 300 left over? I'll take that.
I don't like this play, man.
You don't?
I don't like Cole Beasley.
You don't like Beasley? Against the Jets defense?
I think that he's the kind of guy you play when there's going to be a lot of volume of throwing.
I think they're just going to single Terry. Who's Jack Moss?
I don't think he has to throw the ball a lot.
I think that he's going to want to show out after the week that he had with Mahomes.
Oh, Russell Gage.
He just listen. That was a primetime Monday game that Mahomes just embarrassed him in.
What about Russell Gage?
Wide receiver for Atlanta. I don't hate it.
You don't like it.
We may not agree, Joe. You might have to edit a lot of stuff out this.
We're talking. What about I don't like Deebo Samuel.
If you don't like Beasley,
what about Valdez Scantling?
I could do that.
Okay. Against Houston, I like that. Second receiver.
What does that leave us? What does that leave us?
Nothing. No, I do because it's so unique. First of all, this guy's not going to be owned at all.
That's right. We'll let each other know what the percentage on the shit prior. But.
All right, guys. Our lineup is as follows: Justin Herbert, Antonio Gibson, Derrick Henry, Tyler Lockett, DeAndre Hopkins, Juju Smith-Schuster, Hunter Henry, Valdez Scantling, and the Washington football team defense. Submitting it right now.
Oh, it's official. You better screenshot and send it to me. Because I know how you like to get some money and then you don't cut me out with nothing.
Eddie's money.
You took a picture of nothing.
I took a picture of the whole thing. Look.
Send it to the Zaddy Zingerz message board.
Guys, I want to thank you for being with us today. It was an amazing podcast. I think we had a lot of fun. A lot of good takes. If you have any questions,
And really, who flexed it better? Was it me? Was it Vince? Like, whose muscles were out there bulging today? Nobody really knows for sure.
we are gonna go live after this on Facebook. We're gonna take any
going live after this?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about any questions you guys want.
That's embarrassing. Why after? Should have been like an hour ago.
Yeah, because we want to get through the podcast. So
the podcast is done.
cheers, guys. Love you guys.
Cheers, mate.